Top of morning, mi gente. What's happening?
Yo,
Yo, daddy. We're just waiting for people to get in. So if you're watching this later, bear with us. We're gonna get to all your questions.
we actually don't. Yeah, we don't have any questions right now. So if anyone's got one,
Yeah,
feel free to drop them.
If anyone's got one out there, if not, could be a quick one today. Good old
People
quickie.
are just funneling in.
Good old quickie, huh?
You like a quickie, bro?
You had a quickie?
Not today, no. But yeah.
Nah.
No, not today.
No, not today. Oh shit. No, not today.
Not today, brother. Not today.
Not today, yeah?
We have to grid. Got any questions, people?
Gangster Grills, you bastard.
You got any questions? This might be the first time we've actually never had any questions.
Nah, it's all good. I mean, it's in that point in the season where no one's watching, or Saturday night they're probably going out, spending time with family because family's still over for Thanksgiving. Whatever the case may be, yada yada yada.
Yada 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 yada. You want to talk about any of the news? You know, what's the latest?
AJ Brown's IR, Michael Carter on IR.
Yeah, how you feel about that?
It's all right. I mean, it is what it is. Can't really do anything about it. That's about it. Really, that's all. I think those are the big news I've seen. Let me just see. I'm looking it up on my phone.
We have to grid. Ask your questions, people. Where's the start sit channel on Discord? What the heck? Did someone delete it or something? I don't see the start sit channel on Discord.
I see it. It's right here.
Where?
You posted on it, literally at 12:06.
I know. I don't see it. I don't know what's going on.
Did you delete it? Because I'm looking at it.
I didn't delete it.
Shit, I messed it up because I changed the screen.
I'll be right back. I'm just gonna
In and out, he said. There's two of me now. I need a haircut, boys. Look at that. Get a haircut. Probably should cut it off myself a little bit.
See a big old forehead. Yeah, I still don't see it. I actually don't know what's going on. Oh, no, that's so weird.
Not sure. What's good on Twitch? Heads on Twitch. I like Jimmy G from Murray on a bye week. Tua, Jones, Bridgewater, and Big Ben on waivers.
Good question, man.
Let me just double check to see who Jimmy is playing.
So Jimmy or Tua, Daniel Jones, Bridgewater, Big Ben.
Jimmy G is playing the Vikings. Tua is playing the
Cardinals.
Panthers.
Carolina.
And who was the other one? Daniel Jones against the Eagles. I think I'll still run with Jimmy. They've kind of been pretty hot lately.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of unknowns there in that question, but with the options that you've been given and the fact that Mitchell's not fully healthy, I think I would go Jimmy. Also factoring in the fact that Kittle and Debo and Ayuk all seem like they're kind of firing now, so he feels like the safest play, but it's hard to say for sure.
Yeah. Colin on YouTube, star Elijah Moore. Ayuk, I'm starting Elijah Moore.
Yeah,
it's hard because Ayuk is finding his rhythm, and technically he has the better quarterback.
But Moore is facing Houston.
Yeah, Moore is facing a bad defense, and the only question is that like, Zach Wilson is back, so like, is he gonna come back and be better, or is he gonna come back and be even worse?
Yeah.
So
I still like Zach Wilson. A lot of people are completely off him. I'm not one of those people that I still want to see a full couple of years and see what he can be. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not fully off that train yet.
No, for sure. about Mitchell on Twitch. About Mitchell, I think he plays. My opponent has Mitchell, and I have Wilson. It is a must-win week for me, and I'll send y'all a screenshot of my team, and y'all let me know what you think. What you think I should do for my running back?
Can't really see screenshots in Twitch, but if you just give us names and questions, we'd be happy to help and answer those questions for you.
Yeah.
I don't think Mitchell playing or not playing helps or hurts Jimmy G either way. I think it might slightly help him because Mitchell's a more effective ball carrier, but at the same time, maybe they trust Jimmy G more without Mitchell. So I don't think it really makes a massive difference either way.
Yeah, Colin, you said Corey Davis is doubtful as well. Yeah. It looks like he's been up and down, and
he's been a disappointment for sure.
The problem is if Wilson can at least complete a pass. I felt like, Mike White and Joe Flacco were like driving the ball down, where Zach Wilson, he wasn't. He's doing a lot of 3-and-outs and complete passes overthrown. So all depends.
Yeah. If Corey Davis was healthy this whole year, I feel like he would look much better. Still wide receiver 42 in PPR. It's not great. But I wonder what he would have done against Cincinnati and Indianapolis. And he's not been healthy in most of the games that he's played. It's been quite unfortunate for him.
Yeah.
It worked last time. We'll see if it works for y'all. Let's see. I just don't want to be annoying with spamming time and shit because times are what get me.
Dang, you already started Tony Jones, Hunter Renfrow, Dalton Schultz, Daniel Carson, which was great.
Oh, you started Tony Jones? Oh no. Bro, we're a bunch of people. We have something called the Fantasy Hotline, which is on Patreon, where you can sign up to support us, and then you have a direct line to us, basically, and you can ask us any questions at any time. And someone was asking me about Tony Jones before the Thanksgiving Days game, and I was like, don't play Tony Jones. Not a good defense, not a pass catching back. Montgomery's gonna have to play a role, and anyway, unfortunately, I would say join the Discord. A lot of people have good conversations there. Otherwise, you can always choose that Close Friends Plus tier to get the Close Friends or Fantasy Hotline. But yeah, that's unfortunate that you started Tony Jones. Not much you can do, but Hunter Renfrow had a good game, and so did Schultz.
Yeah, so Schultz, 2 touchdowns. So I think that's good. I'm just gonna double check Mitchell's status for the game.
Oh, sat Dawson Knox. Got Darrell Williams, Jeff Wilson. Yeah, so I mean, the way I would play this, to be honest, I think I would play Ty Johnson over Ramondre. I don't know, it sounds crazy, but if this is a PPR format, I think I would play Ty Johnson over him because with Michael Carter out, I think Ty Johnson assumes the pass catching role.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, I'm starting Ty Johnson in one of my leagues. So yeah, you need high upside here. So Ty Johnson could be. Yeah, you said Dawson too.
Unfortunately, like Jeff Wilson, if Mitchell doesn't play, Wilson would have been such a better start over Tony. But
you probably won't know
couldn't
that
have known
until
that.
you probably won't know that until game time.
Exactly. Yeah.
So,
I would start Ty Johnson over Ramondre if this is a PPR league. Personally, what about you?
It's kind of hard. What did Ramondre do last week? Let me just double check.
He was good. It's just there's just a split backfield. Between him, Bolden, Harris. I think they all are going to start to cancel each other out, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Although apparently Harris is listed as questionable with a neck injury. So if Harris doesn't play, I would definitely go Ramondre there.
Yeah. I'm just double checking some stuff. Hold on. Because I definitely have Harris as well. And I know he does have that neck injury, which is kind of scary. I think he'll definitely be limited in his snap percentage.
Yeah.
I think I'll probably ride with Ramondre. I think they're just a better offense. And I probably agree with Colin or Head saying that, Zach Wilson is there. And how often will he check down? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a bit difficult, honestly.
Yeah, I think if Harris plays, I'm just not really looking to start Stevenson. I would start Ty over him just because Michael Carter's gone. Yeah, Wilson might not be as big of a check down guy, but I think he'll do enough against Houston. It's a great matchup. Carter's gone. Coleman's not a good pass catching back anymore. He's not really a good running back anymore at all. And there has been a formula for success, which is included using those running backs. Collins plays Monday, which opens up the possibility of starting Jeff Wilson. Yeah, that's hard, man. I wouldn't play Collins, though. I don't have any interest in playing Alex Collins. He's got to get into the end zone to be relevant. Are you guys worried about Zeke's injury? This is on YouTube. Collins, sorry.
Oh, yeah, Collins, right.
Are you guys worried about Zeke's injury? I'm currently 8-3. Do you think I need to trade him? I don't think you need to, but I'm definitely not opposed to it.
It depends on how much time they give him. Like, are they going to give him enough time to, are they going to give him enough time, like, to sit out during the fantasy playoffs, if that makes any sense? So let me just pull up the schedule really fast.
I think here's some names that I would potentially trade Zeke away for. I know it sounds crazy, but James Robinson's rest of season schedule is really good. So I will consider him purely because of that schedule, starting this week with Atlanta. Nick Chubb's got a really good rest of season schedule. I wouldn't be upset about that. Joe Mixon. If you could do a Najee Harris.
I think it'll be just
so those are all names that I would probably consider for Zeke.
I think in this part of the season, it's going to be difficult to trade Zeke away. So, I mean, unless somebody is in that position, let's say someone is, I don't know, leading the league, 9-2, 8-3. Well, you said you're 8-3, so I think it's just.
I think you either try and trade Zeke away or you try and trade for Pollard. One of those two.
I think he'll miss.
Pollard's gonna cover for you while Zeke is gone.
I think he'll miss 2 weeks at like tops, in my opinion. If they rest him completely, he doesn't play 13. He doesn't play week 14. He'll come back ready for the playoffs, and that's a good matchup against the Giants. It's Giants, Washington, and then Cardinals in the playoffs.
Unfortunately, it's not a very clarified time that he'll miss.
Exactly, but I think minimum 2 weeks.
The Chosen Rose. I'm nervous about Cordero Patterson at flex and Jerry Jeudy at wide receiver 2. I have MVS and Russell Gage. I get the worries. If Patterson plays, I believe he will. I don't think you can play MVS or Gage above those guys. Like I get the worries, but I don't have more confidence in the other options personally.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna ride with Patterson. If he plays, he plays, and if he doesn't, then
you just can't start MVS with. Last week is the only good game the entire year from MVS, so I just don't want to ride that.
Yeah, and I think it could be a scenario where Aaron Rodgers struggles because of that toe. So
I'm not worried about Rodgers. I mean, it's just even the entire year where Rodgers has been completely healthy, MVS has been irrelevant.
Yeah. Let's see.
Wahab
Ali might be a dumb question, but do I start Elijah Moore over Jamar Chase? No, you start Jamar Chase. You start your star. Sorry, LOL. Waller really screwed me, and I need to win to make the playoffs now. Look, I think you still start Jamar Chase. He's a guy has been consistent all year. He has a better quarterback. This is a divisional game. You start him. You definitely start Jamar. He scored a touchdown, I'm pretty sure, in every game so far this year, besides 2 or 3. I think he's pretty much guaranteed the end zone so far. So, I mean, I'm starting Jamar Chase, no doubt about it.
You don't overthink that one for sure. It's definitely Jamar Chase. It sucks that Waller got injured though.
Yeah,
that hurt a lot of people. I'm worried about Zeke's injury. I have him, but luckily I stashed Waller. Or Pollard, he said. Okay, if you got Pollard, then that's good. What's up, Jacob? How you doing, brother? Teams who need running backs don't want him. I'm assuming you're saying Zeke. Which Zeke would make sense right now.
I think that's the problem.
But
why don't you try to trade for like a lower end running back? Maybe someone that probably doesn't cost too much. Maybe someone that could be a bit risky. But maybe can kind of give you a good floor of 8 points, maybe. And though it's not exciting, maybe you can get that. I think of someone like a Miles that's risky but has high upside. Someone like a Damian that can kind of give you 8 to 10 points. But once again, that's risky.
I wouldn't do that.
But
I would just ride Zeke and hope that he gets back earlier. It's not worth downgrading like that, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying to trade Zeke away. Maybe you have other pieces on your team. And maybe, say that you're not starting a receiver that you have right now. Maybe you can get one of those guys or Mitchell.
I was gonna say, with Zeke trading for him, you can't go to the teams that need wins right now. So if you're trying to trade Zeke, don't go to the teams that need to win right now because they're not going to have a need for him. Go to the teams that are already in the playoffs. I traded Aaron Jones last week because I needed to win, and I traded him to a player who didn't need him that week. So it depends on who the teams are that you're going to. If you're going to, teams that are already in the playoffs, guaranteed, they'd probably be more interested in Zeke, because he's definitely still valuable when he comes back. What's up, Mike? Hey guys, great show. I'm in a dilemma. I have Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon. Who do I start? Thanks, guys. I don't know if Aaron Jones is going to play. My initial thought is that he won't because the bye week is next week.
I agree. I think if he does play, he's limited. So I don't know how much they're going to be utilizing him.
I don't see a reason why they would play him unless they're going to go full out. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's almost like when Tampa Bay played Chris Godwin. They don't need to play this player because of where they are already in their division. But if they play them, because both these teams are thinking about long-term health. So if they play Aaron Jones, I feel like he's going to have a good enough workload to start. But I don't know. It's an interesting position to be in for sure. I think ideally Aaron Jones gets ruled out for you. I think that's your ideal situation. You don't want Aaron Jones to be active and then be in the unknown.
I personally think that if he does play, like if I had Aaron Jones, I'll probably still strongly start AJ Dillon, believing he's going to be on a snap count.
Yeah,
because
I just don't think that I don't think that they would play him unless they felt good about him.
I guess if you're
in that workload, because there's no reason to risk it.
I guess
unless he is 100%
in that scenario, and you are, making that game. Let's just say tomorrow you wake up and say, Aaron Jones active. Like, I
would play Aaron Jones, to be honest.
Really? See,
I just don't see a reason that they would play him with where they are in the playoffs and their position. They have no reason to play him unless he's actually 100% and there's no worries. I don't know.
I'm just thinking of different scenarios that might happen.
Yeah, I get it.
Should I trade Zeke and Pollard for Hopkins and Connor? I have JT, Mixon, and Fournette already.
Zeke and Pollard for Hopkins and Connor.
He has. Yeah, I mean, I would.
If you need help at wide receiver, yeah.
I mean, you have Jonathan Taylor and Mixon. You have Lenny just in case one of those guys goes down. I mean, I'm happy to take Hopkins because I think he's going to come back strong. And Connor, I mean, even when he was quote unquote the backup, he was still finding the end zone. So I would like to do that. Yeah.
Good trade if you need help at wide receiver for sure. All of the running backs in Seattle have been ruled out except for Collins. They'll bring someone off the practice squad. I know Collins is the guy there, but I just don't know what it's worth unless he gets into the end zone. Wide receivers are McLaurin and Chase. So I already got pretty good wide receivers, but maybe you could flip one of those guys and get like a Devontae Adams somehow. I'm open to that trade for sure. I don't mind it.
Yeah. I like it. It's good.
Yes, sir.
What a day.
Yeah, not many questions. What a day, what a dollar.
Any questions and let us know how you feel. Couple good games though. Bucks, Colts, Titans. Well, Titans, Patriots were good, but now nobody's in that game.
Yeah.
Steelers, Bengals, Chargers, Broncos, Rams, Packers, Vikings, 49ers, Browns, Ravens. Even Seattle's Washington's good. Now that the Cowboys lost, I mean, you guys have opportunity to make the playoffs again if you kind of continue.
Yeah, if we beat Seattle this week,
you kind of have a
Washington has
nice
a
little
chance
win
for
streak.
sure.
Same with the Eagles.
Eagles have a good chance. They have a good rest of season schedule as well. No worries, Mike. Appreciate you, man. It's a tough position to be in, bro. It's a tough position to be in. I think ideally for you, again, Aaron Jones is just ruled out. You don't even have to worry about what to do.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Wahab.
All love, brother. Die.
Will Waller and Swift be okay?
It's. I think it was encouraging news to automatically get that Swift is all right, and he's probably going to practice, hopefully, probably in a limited fashion, the rest of the week. I think, worst case scenario, he misses this week and he comes back stronger the week after, which kind of sucks because it's a time where you need him. Waller is a different scenario. I don't know.
He avoided it says he suffered a strained IT band in his knee. According to sources, it's very good news after it looked like Waller might have suffered a serious knee injury against Dallas. Let's see. Waller will have extra time to rest up.
Mm-hmm.
So all signs indicate this being a short time missed. Maybe it's 1 or 2 weeks is what it sounds like. But yeah, for both of these guys, probably going to miss 1 to 2 weeks. The only thing that worries me about Swift is this isn't a team that really needs to win right now. And Swift is kind of like a long-term asset for them. So I just wonder if they're going to make it more of like a 50-50 workload with Jamal Williams and kind of ease Swift back in to avoid any injury. Because all these games are really unnecessary for them to win. That's the only thing that worries me. I don't think it will happen, but it is something that comes to mind.
Yeah, definitely could be a thing. Nate, DJ Moore, Terry is Terry. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Mike, what's up, brother? What do you guys think about DJ Dallas for Seattle? Not excited. Don't want any part of it in that backfield at all. I'm not starting anyone in the backfield. If you have them and you're in a desperate need, that's unfortunate. And that's definitely a Hail Mary play, but I'm not looking forward to it. He says DJ Dallas seems to be really good last year, and while he was running the rock. Yeah, I mean, if he has the opportunity, it's going to be interesting to see it, but he was also injured. DJ Dallas won me a couple weeks last year. I 100% remember that. I think it was against the Bills. They got shut out. He found the end zone early, and then I think he got me like 10, 12 points.
Yeah, I think the reason for optimism is that he does get used in the passing game more than Collins. So if it's going to be DJ and Collins, I don't know who's the better play, but in deeper leagues, there's optimism for DJ Dallas if he can kind of start to solidify a role. Unfortunately, it looked like Rashad Penny was going to be that guy for them. And then that first play, he ran for like 18 yards, looked really explosive. And now he's ruled out the hamstring for this week, injured his hammy on that very first play, which is super unfortunate because he looked good.
Yeah.
But I would say if it's a deeper league, then DJ Dallas isn't a terrible pickup. Just to see kind of a stash. It's not someone I want to rely on unless you're in a really desperate scenario.
I do have Barkley and Goddard to back them up. I hope Barkley can turn up at the end of the year. I do have a great wide receiver in CMC. Yeah. So hopefully,
yeah, it sounds like you got a pretty good roster all the way around.
Hopefully,
Barkley coming back from injury. Goddard is up and down. I mean, that's a tight end position. He's definitely not Waller, but Barkley has a decent rest of the season schedule. I don't know. I have no idea what to expect from Saquon, honestly. I don't know if I think he'll be okay with like 10-point games. I'm just not sure if the ceiling is there for a while, It's really hard to say how long it will take for that ceiling to come back. But the fact that you have CMC, I mean, you have a good chance to win most games. Do I start Bateman or Gronk in the flex PPR? That's a really good question, man. I mean, Gronk looks great. I think I lean Bateman.
Yeah, I think it was definitely. I mean, our defense was terrible. So if you're gonna go against from last week, He looked good, but I think we just played terribly, and I think defense will stop them. Like um, I do like Bateman as well. I think I'm gonna go Gronk. He just has a better upside, and
Brown's
AB's
got the better chance to get into the end zone for
AB's still
sure.
not back, and Mike Evans is kind of banged up a little bit. So, I mean,
I definitely think Gronk has a better chance to get into the end zone. I'm gonna go Bateman just because I think he has a safer floor potentially. And I don't know if Hollywood's playing. If Hollywood's not playing, we could finally see a big workload for Bateman. Is Marquise Brown playing? He's questionable with
he's
the thigh.
questionable. So, I think he'll be like a kind of a game time decision. But I haven't seen any reports saying that is most likely that he's going to play.
Right.
I hope so because I need Bateman right now.
Yeah, I know.
Now that what's his name is out, AJ Brown.
So you hope Hollywood doesn't play?
I think Bateman will still get involved more than the rest of the weeks. I feel like this is
For sure. Bateman's going to be fine either way. I don't think that it hurts or helps him with Hollywood, and I think he's going to be just fine either way. I would love to see. I mean, even if Bateman gets into the end zone, I mean his upside could be really really high.
Yeah, man. Team struggling this week. It's terrible.
Yeah. Which league is this?
OGs. Swifty went down 2 points. AJ Brown is out. So now I'm starting Lockett, Bateman, Goddard. I have Ty Johnson, Tyler Boyd. Kadarius Toney, I was hoping to start, but he's not going to play. And this was a week that I really needed to win.
Mm.
And it's people that's decent. Josh Jacobs already played.
Yeah.
He did all right. But, I mean, it kind of helped that Singletary. He started Singletary and only had 5 points. So.
Yeah, that's true. The unfortunate thing is that Singletary scored more points than Swift.
Yeah, it's just Swifty. So I need, depending on who I start with, is Tyler Johnson or Tyler Boyd.
Were you going to put AJ in your super flex? And now
Brown?
He's out.
No, AJ Brown was always where Bateman was.
Yeah, so you were going to play him in the super flex, or what were you going to do in the super flex?
The super flex, it was still, so I was going to start AJ, Bateman in the wide receiver, and then super flex I probably would have done Johnson, Boyd. Well, Kadarius, yeah. That's who I would have started if he would have played. Sorry, but
yeah, that's
painful. He's probably going to be out. It was going to be up to Johnson and Boyd.
Yeah, that's unfortunate,
but it's all right.
I'm on a 3-game win streak in that league. I started 1-7. Now 4-7. Come on. He started Tony Pollard and Zeke, and I thought that was going to be good for me, but I mean they both almost scored 17 points. They were both great.
In the fellowship?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played Steve. He had Josh Jacobs. He played Cole Beasley, Emmanuel Sanders. Greg Zuerlein, he'll probably forget to switch Corey Davis, but I'll probably end up telling him. He'll probably end up playing Saquon on his team. But, I mean, Dawson Knox, 18 points. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And then I still got Kittle. I got the Muth. I'm pretty confident in this one. I'm just not confident in Myles Gaskin or Damian, but I'm taking a chance with Myles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Myles.
I like Myles over Damian this week. Damian just doesn't get the work in the air.
Yeah.
With Bolden and Stevenson there.
And, I mean, I feel like that's tremendous upside with Kirk Cousins as well, so I really hope that they...
Yeah.
They just...
I mean... At this point, I think that's it. Like, no one's really asking any questions, so. Must be the Thanksgiving hangover.
Thanksgiving hangy, huh?
What you thinking? Should we stay live?
Nah, it's all good. We appreciate you guys. Maybe we'll relax ourselves a little bit. If you watch this later, appreciate you guys. Make sure you join Discord. If you have any questions, is in the description below, solo.tl/fantasylandfootball. Good luck in week 12. And as always, when to give you the waiver wires and everything the week after. It's still getting deader and deader, but I already know one guy that's going to be on there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Titans wide receiver. I don't even know how to say his goddamn name.
Westbrook and Keeney.
Yeah, something to Keeney. So I think that's definitely be a waiver wire pick. But anyways, all love y'all.
Huge love.